We got some trans people following us, protesters, so let's have a talk about trans. Now, I'm 60 years old. When I was 20, which is like 40 years ago, I was working in the West Point Casino in Tasmania. And who they had at the front desk, and Tasmania in that era had anti-homosexual laws. If you were a homosexual, you could be arrested in Tassie. Anyway, the West Point Casino night shift had a trans woman on the front desk. And she was accepted. No one cared. I mean, we all wondered what it'd be like, but basically she was accepted. I met another trans woman, Myanna, who I interviewed. She's been trans for 30 years. Now, when she transitioned, what they did with her, our society, who apparently is a part of a trans genocide, they tell us, our society did it this way. Once a week, she had to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist to make sure that she was on the right path. They didn't give her any blockers, they didn't give her any hormone treatment. She was allowed to wear a dress, wear makeup, but they just wanted to make sure, as a caring society, that a year worth of therapy, constant therapy, to make sure she made the right decision, because we knew as a society she couldn't come back. So she did that, and that's who I met. And she told me there is actually no trans community. The trans people don't hang out together. Our issue with the trans is not, if you're over 21 and you feel you're in the wrong body and you want to transition, you knock yourself out. But children do not know what they want. We can't have people in the community, and we can't have teachers trying to convince a child who might have been naturally born gay or naturally born a lesbian or just been an effeminate boy or a butch girl, that they are in the wrong body. Because what happens is a lot of these children, the one thing they want is attention. And what we're doing is giving it to them. They start a script. They're craving attention, and suddenly they go, hey, you're trans, and they get attention. Maybe they get on social media and start talking about it. And in order to keep this attention, which will constantly grow, they've got to start the journey of trans. And the journey of trans ends with their mutilated body. And once they've got to that point where their body is mutilated, suddenly their fans don't care anymore. That's the end of the story. They're off to look for another Netflix story. And this person, suddenly without the attention, is left alone with a body they can't get back, a damaged body, and they can't get back to who they are. They were never trans. They might have been just lonely. They might have been looking for desperate purpose. And here they are. And instead of asking that or helping them to see if that is the case and making sure they're making the right decision, we just go, yeah, just go on. You're the future, the trans future. And this is why, and the state always lies about this, the amount of suicide amongst trans young people, yes, it's very high. But it's not before they make the journey. It's not while they make the journey. It's after they make the journey. Once all those that push them to take the journey abandon them, and they realize what they've done, and they realize how they've betrayed, that's when they kill themselves. The trans genocide that we're a part of is not us. It's the whole community that is pushing it. And that's why around the world, like America and stuff, they're banning it now because they realize that. But it's our indifference. And that is the main problem Australia has at the moment. We don't give a shit. And we have to give a shit, or the future of our children's liberty will be built by people. The quality of our children's liberty will be built by people who never gave a shit. So we don't give a shit for ourselves, and we don't give a shit for our country now. What sort of country do you think we're going to leave to the next generation? It's time to get our head out of our ass, and it's time to actually be decent human beings. It's time to actually define what it means to be Australian, fight to be Australian, and do something that we're not allowed to do anymore, and that's what the hate speech laws are about. Ask questions and demand answers from our leaders, because we need answers. Why is gas going offshore? Why are so many of our trans kids that you pushed on the agenda killing themselves? Why are we so lost? And why have we lost our identity? It's all happened in a short amount of time. And if you think it's going to get better, and if you just keep complaining it'll get better, we'll talk to the Polish, the Argentinians, or anyone else that survived tyranny. It never, ever, ever gets better until you finally learn one word, one great simple word: no.
Stay here.